Hey YouTube, it's the Morning Brew. Happy 1st of July. Cheers. And happy Toy Tuesday. You know the drill. Hey, look what I'm wearing. A toy related t-shirt. I think every shirt I own is a toy related t-shirt. uh, anyways, happy 1st of July. We're 3 days away from the 4th of July for here in the States, which means for some people, it's a 3-day weekend. For me, every day's a 3-day weekend. Anyways, not sure if there will be a show on the 4th of July. Maybe, maybe not. Let me know in the comments what you think. My wife doesn't have to work, so I don't have to get up early to do it. And part of me kind of wants to take the day off. At the same time, it's like, it doesn't kill me to do a show on a Friday, but it'd take the last American holiday off, so. Should I keep consistent? I'll leave it up to you. Anyways, we got a couple of good stories today. 2 of them being video game related. No tech news. Which is nice. There's actually variety in the news today. But in a really quick share, I finally finished The Stick of Truth yesterday. Now I'm kind of hitting on the extra achievements to try and just, finish it off since I rented it for an extra day. Which is funny because I didn't buy the game because I thought, oh man, $60 now. But I can rent it for $2 a day. Not bad. I think I'm up to 4 days now. So, not a bad deal. Finished the entire game and, I wish I could keep it. And then I went to the store yesterday and found out it's only a $30 game. Still not bad. The only issue I have is that if I buy it, it's not so worth it because, well, I know the story. The story doesn't change regardless of the class you play. I played as a Jew. Found Jesus, by the way. Also took on Satan as my Lord and Savior. If you played the game and if you found that achievement, you know what I'm talking about. Also, the inside joke. If you played the game, you possibly know what I'm talking about. I got about 30-something of achievements out of the 50, which I feel good about. I don't feel comfortable playing the game and not getting the most out of my purchase of my rental. So, huzzah, finishing the game. Other than that, really not much else to share other than, yeah, that's it for the sharing part of the show. Hopefully I'll have more later this week. I'm sure the 4th of July will be a busy one. Anyways, let's get straight to the news with some good news for all you Community fans. Yahoo has picked up Community for a 6th season. Now, if you remember, NBC canceled the show and refused to renew their 6th season, so the mantra hashtag came out saying 6 seasons and a movie. Well, that can now be changed to 7 seasons and a search engine. Lame joke. Even my stomach didn't agree with it. Anyways, Community, it's funny, I've seen a handful of episodes here and there. I've seen, I think, half the first season. And then scattered episodes thanks to Comedy Central. I don't dislike the show. I actually think it's a really funny show. Chevy Chase, I've met once or twice. He's an okay guy. Kind of, as he's gotten older, I understand where he's gotten more full of himself. I don't really care. I still love the National Lampoon's Family Vacations and stuff like that. My cousin Frankie got me into them long ago. So I'm sad that he's no longer in the show, but then again, he brought that upon himself. But as far as Yahoo picking up the show, 13 episodes have been ordered. What's it called? Dan Harmon is back as head writer, I believe. And the entire cast. Their contracts actually would have expired last night at midnight, aka June 31st or June 30th at midnight. But thankfully, the show got picked up and renewed. What's interesting is this picked up by Yahoo, but more like it's more Yahoo Screens. I don't know if that's their new YouTube channel that they're working on. And if it is, I'm going to start working on putting this on there as well. to get more eyes on me. So I guess I'll do once. If you grew up in the if you were around the 90s and early 2000s, then this makes a lot of sense. Yahoo! Thank you for bringing back Community. Now I have a reason to really watch it. It must be that good. Joel McHale is one of my favorite people. That's why I do want to watch the show. So many shows to catch up with, so many shows to watch. It's just, there's too much good TV out there. That'll be my excuse from now on. Same reason I haven't watched Arrow. Anyways, in video game news, Disney launched an app alongside of Line Chat, this app creator Line. Let me say something really quick about Line. I listen to the radio as most people do while I'm driving. That's about the only time I listen to the radio. I have no other reason to listen to it otherwise. And regardless of what station I'm listening to, Line Chat commercials come on all the time. If you live in Chula Vista, San Diego area, I don't know if it's exclusive to us, but they're ridiculous commercials. It's like, it'll be a rap song, a country song, a weird mix of Line Me Baby, Line Chat is where it's at, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh my god. Never downloaded the app. Don't even know what the hell it actually does. It's just the annoying commercials. Anyways, Disney teamed up with them, and ironically, the reason this is making news is this is a Disney Japan based app. Disney never makes a big fuss about anything they launch in Japan, and trust me, there's good reasons for it. Have you ever watched a Stitch anime? Horrible. Or just basically anything Disney Japanimation. Not always the best. Anyways, the reason they made a big fuss is this is a Japan-based app. And it's got 14 million downloads in Japan. That's a big fuss. Now, I haven't gotten it yet. And I most likely will, because I'm terribly addicted to games like this. But Disney's Zoom Zoom is what I'm assuming. It's TSUM. Which translates to Disney Stack Stack. Now, I've played this game before. Not with a Disney theme, but I've played this before. Essentially, you have stacks of little Zoom Zooms, or little stuffed animals on the screen, and you have to connect 3 or more. And then as you collect, you get power-up ones. Well, in the Disney one, it's the same thing. The concept doesn't change. They look like pillow pets, kind of, little rolled-up animals. And you connect them, and you get powered-up versions like Mickey and Buzz Lightyear, Stitch, and so on. Now, again, there's not much to the game, although those kind of games are addictive. And I think we might be looking at the next, craze, and Disney is probably going to make a killing on making a Star Wars themed one, a Marvel themed one. I wouldn't doubt it. Damn it, they've already got me and I haven't even played it. Where's my phone? Anyways. So yeah, look for it on your app store for both Android and iOS, aka Apple, for those of you who don't know. Personally, like I said, I have an addiction to puzzle games. I'm ridiculously good at puzzle games, and I enjoy them greatly. Like, let me, getting off topic for a minute. This never happens on the show, by the way. If this is the first time you're watching. I have a weird thing about me that, if you ever watched Malcolm in the Middle, there was an episode where Malcolm meets a kid who is also a genius. And Malcolm in the Middle is just about a genius boy living in a family of not so ingenious people. Kind of chaotic. But still good at heart. Well, Malcolm grew up being the prodigy kid. Well, he meets another prodigy who's even smarter than him at one point. And in the show, Malcolm explains that sometimes he has trouble focusing his brain because he feels like his brain's a giant beehive, and and every bee in his head has an individual thought. So sometimes it's hard to focus for him. The other prodigy responds, "Oh yeah, mine's the same way, except every bee in my brain has the same kind of brain I do." Take that in for a second. Now, I'm not saying I'm any kind of a genius. Way not any kind of a genius. But I do have problems focusing a lot of the time. In fact, it's one of the issues I've always dealt with my entire life is focusing one thought. And a lot of times it works. For creative types, it's a fantastic thing. Whenever I've had to paint or create resin jewelry and stuff like that, while I'm trying to brainstorm, my brain's working on all that, but at the same time I'm working on writing, other stuff. I've got a draft for a children's book, and I've got other things like that because my brain was way off topic in its own sense, I've managed to make things like that happen. So, what part of me loves to do is find games where I can turn my brain off. And I mean completely shut down and have nothing but mindless repetition happen to let myself go for a little bit. Let it go. God damn it. Games like one of my first reviews that got criticized was the game Naughty Bear. I don't know if you ever played it. If you haven't, well, that's good bully on you. For those of us who have played it, it wasn't a great game. It wasn't a terrible game either. I liked it because it was mindless repetition of the same progress. Go into a map, find the bears you need to kill the bears, move on to the next area, repeat, finish the level. All the while creating as much chaos as possible. A lot of people criticize the game for having poor mechanics and simplistic tools and repetitive kills. I didn't care. I got criticized for saying it's a good game to shut your brain down with and just play. What that person didn't understand when they criticized me is that there's a reason I can play Tetris for 4 hours straight and never bother to even stop for a second. Is I can sit there and just stack Tetris over and over and over and never care. Another good example of that situation, Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. Remember the episode where they're trying to find out what 43 means on a secret board? It turns out that Sheldon locks himself in that room and pulls out a hacky sack. And it's just simply trying to beat his own record of 43 bounces off, the hacky sack. Why? Because, as he put it, it allows him some time to clear his head, let things go for a bit, and be able to deal with everyday life. That's so complicated for me. I just really like puzzle games, and it gives me a chance to shut down and not think about stuff. And over the years, it's helped me keep my sanity. And so, Disney, you've got me now. I like Disney characters, and if you make a Star Wars one and a Marvel one, you're gonna just have your grip on me. Anyways, last but not least in the news, Nintendo announced that Hyrule Warriors in Japan will have a collector's editions available with DLC right out of the box. The sets are for Courage, Power, and Wisdom, aka the Triforce. Now there's going to be a Treasure Box edition as well, or I believe the Power one is a Treasure Box edition, which includes all the DLC costumes from Twilight Princess and a handful more, plus the infamous scarf that came out in the game. What I think is cool is for a few people in Japan, if you pre-order the game, which comes out on September 26th over there, I'm not sure if it's a worldwide launch, but anyway, September, they will get a Triforce clock, which will immediately go on eBay. Because you silly Americans will buy anything. Just take my money. It's kind of cool. I really do like the concept of Hyrule Warriors. It's a lot like Samurai Warriors or whatever the hell it's called. I keep forgetting. It's by Toei. We talked about it during E3. Again, another game I like because of mindless combat that requires very little to no strategy sometimes. Now, according to everything I've read and everything I've seen, the Hyrule Warriors version requires a little bit more attention because the boss battles are going to be infamously difficult, which is good. Now, am I interested in the courage, wisdom, and power sets? Yeah, of course. I mean, they're going to range from was it $60, $100, and no, yeah, $60, $100, and $120. Now, am I interested? Yeah, I'm eyeballing the $120 version because I want that damn scarf, even though I'll never wear it. Although I've been told it's a tablecloth, I've not been able. Different sources are saying different things. Screw Attack was the one that said it was a tablecloth, which means it's just one long strip of cloth that goes along your table. And others have claimed that it's just a really long scarf that you can wear around your neck. I don't know. It would just end up being pinned on my wall in a baggie, but properly displayed. But what interests me more is the clock. The clock's pretty cool. It doesn't come with the game. It doesn't. Ow. It does come as a pre-order, so no word yet if the States is going to get this. Probably not. The only other time I've seen them release anything like that in the States was Final Fantasy 11, I think, had a clock. No. Was it 11? Or was it 9? One of the Final Fantasies released a world clock. It must have been 11. Because it was an online clock. When I mean online clock, it means that it had internet time built into the display. And okay, if you don't know what that means, there is such a thing as internet time, so that we don't have to try and coordinate, oh god, what's it called? Time zones. Worldwide time zones. There's actually a set time within the internet that is constantly going, and you can, it's that time is that time everywhere. So people online can coordinate games and meetings and whatnot. So, I think it's cool. Can't wait to see what happens with it. Thank you, Nintendo. Hopefully you'll bring it to America. So, that's it for today. I'm trying to keep it short again. So, till tomorrow, the next time, let me know if you want me to do a 4th of July episode or not. But till the next time, do yourself a favor. Enjoy your brew. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying to the end of the show. Make sure you click on that subscribe button. Make sure you check out the playlist from last month. And of course, check out the random subscription of the day. Since yesterday I started choosing random YouTubers that I like to subscribe. Yesterday I connected with my friend Robert up in Canada, who does a lot of unboxings of a lot of Nerd Block and Loot Crate and Geekbox and blah blah blah. You just check him out. Great guy. Great entertainment. So, the questions of the day. Are you excited that Yahoo got Community for Season 7? Yes or no? Do you watch the show? Do you care? Do you miss Chevy Chase that much? Yes or no? Second, of course, Disney lined up with Line, redundant, to bring us Disney Sim Zoom or Disney Stack Stack. Are you going to play? I know we're going to download, review it, and put it up on the site. So you might want to check that out. Let me know in the comments what you think. And of course, last but not least, Hyrule Warriors with 3 additions, Power, Wisdom, and Courage. Do you care? Do you want that clock as badly as I do? And of course, are you planning on playing? I'm looking at that Wii U very tightly now. I'm working some things out to get my hands on one soon. Very soon. Very perverted sounding. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you think. And of course, as always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying to the end of these videos. And hopefully I can keep you entertained for a very long time. Let me know if you want that 4th of July episode. But until next time, from the bottom of my heart, take care.